Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Andrew the Moo, and here we are with an episode of King's Quest V. That's right, I'm going to go ahead and say what it is right now, since we're at the beginning of the game with Sierra Presents. Without further ado, King's Quest V, Absence Makes the Heart Go Yonder. Now, to go ahead and give an explanation.
Have you previously played King's Quest V?
Yes, I have, but I'm going to click no, because there's a video we've got to watch. This video is like 10 minutes long. So this is going to be episode 0, to kind of give you the background of what's going on, and then I'll do some talking along with it, just kind of explain some of the things here and there.
This cartoon contains material.
Oh, thanks, game. You just, you know, hey, it doesn't matter at this point, I mean, whatever.
Please be sure to check your
So anyway, this is going to give us the backstory to King's Quest V, and as you can tell, there's more voices here and things of that nature. So all that talking and whatnot, I can't do weird voices anymore. As we see Castle Daventry. Beautiful, pristine Castle Daventry. And not only do we see Castle Daventry, but suddenly we hear the sound of a boop. And the man boops, man in black, as he waves his magic wand. Dingle dangle. The thunder, lightning, and wind surrounds the castle. It's loud thunder. As you can tell, we have voice acting now. It makes me sad. But he's doing something to the castle, and it's gone. Even the foundation is gone. And having done his work, he boops out. Well, that brings us to executive producer Ken Williams. Actually, we get to see King Graham of Daventry. You may not see him at the moment, but you can see Bill Davis at least. And Roberta Williams. And King Graham is kind of old at this point. His hair is grayed a whole lot. But he looks a whole lot better than he did in the last episode, King's Quest IV, where he was dying of a heart attack, and his daughter had to find that magical flower to bring him back. But he does plenty of cardio to stay strong, picks flowers for his beautiful wife, Valanice, and continues making his way. I've got to say, the graphics look a whole lot better in this episode, in this one, than what we've seen. There's a lot of improvements. But what happens when King Graham sees the castle? Is he going to say, oh no? I would say, oh no.
My castle? What has happened?
Oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong. But then, the Navi of King's Quest.
Ooh, I can tell you what happened.
What?
Ooh, I know what happened to your castle. I saw it all, yes I did.
You did? Well then, what happened?
Ooh, it was the powerful and evil wizard Mordak who did it. Ooh, I just happened to be visiting with an old friend when I saw him materialize out of thin air. Thank goodness he didn't notice me.
Well, don't stop now, go on.
He conjured up a terrible whirlwind that swirled faster and faster around the castle. With another incantation, Mordak then caused the wind to draw the castle up into the sky and out of sight. Ooh, it was something to see, all right.
Why? Why would this wizard, Mordak, want my castle? What could he have against me and my family?
That I don't know. Ooh, I only know that it was Mordak who took your castle and your family. Well, perhaps I can help you. My employer also happens to be a wizard, which is why I recognized Mordak. Ooh, unlike Mordak, though, my employer is a very good wizard. His name is Crispin Arthur, but we all call him Crispin for short. The only problem is, you see... Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Hilarious. Comedy. Ah. More on Cedric soon.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. The only problem is that Crispin is getting on in years and tends to be a bit forgetful.
I don't know. This doesn't sound as if it would work.
Oh, sure it would. Crispin is a very qualified wizard, one of the best. He just gets a little forgetful now and again, that's all. Now where is it? Ooh, I know I brought it with me. Aha! Here it is.
What is that?
Crack.
Well, it is my opinion that you don't stand a chance against the likes of Mordak. Ooh, excuse me for saying, Your Majesty, but you don't have a choice. You must come with me. I'm sure Crispin can help you.
Cocaine!
What is that stuff?
Nose candy.
Ooh, just some old leftover fairy dust I've been carrying around.
Is that what the kids are calling it
Ooh,
nowadays?
it'll help you to fly. You can follow me to the land of Serenia, where Crispin and I live. It's much too far to walk, you know. Ooh, I think the fairy dust is still good.
The entire game is a drug trip. I'm calling it now. Cedric is like, you gotta fly! Sprinkle you with my fairy dust. It's cocaine! That's what the kids are calling it now, fairy dust.
Come on, up here.
Look at him. He's having a bad trip. So, like, my big question is... Yeah, follow him. How did Cedric see all of this? He spoke of it in a matter-of-fact way, but he was nowhere near the castle from what we saw. So how did Cedric know? Maybe Cedric was Mordak. Maybe Cedric is Mordak. Pushing Up Roses did a great video on that. I'll link it in the description box below. But with that, he's flying! Again, the graphics look so much better than they did in previous videos. As we see our destination in the background, quite obviously. And what is it we're looking for? Up there, Cedric. And what is Cedric doing?
There it is, down here. Come on.
Very talented.
Okay, here I come.
Pointing and flying all at once. And then, guys, I hope you enjoyed King's Quest V. With that, King's Graham dies. Come on. And he dies. As the fairy powder loses effect. I don't care, that would still kill a man.
Ooh, looks like the fairy dust just wore off.
Considering some of the small falls you could die from in those games,
Cedric? Where have you been? I've been calling for you. Well, well, what have we here? A bit clumsy, are you? Well, come on in the house and dry off. No sense sitting around like a wet dog.
it's your stupid owl's fault. It's not my fault, clumsy nothing. I've never flown before.
Cedric, go into the house and pour each of us a nice hot cup of tea.
Ooh, aye, aye, Crispin.
Awkward silence. The home
The
game.
Society of Wizards has always taken a dim view of Mordak and his abuse of his power. Why, he's even been put on suspension a few times. It never seems to do any good, though.
Crispin, why would Mordak want to take my family or castle? What did we ever do to him?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that. Mordak is a very unpredictable wizard. I've never understood that evil mind of his.
Ooh, I thought perhaps you could help His Majesty, Crispin. That's why I brought him here.
Well, let me see now. I used to be a very powerful wizard at one time, you know, but I've gotten a little rusty lately.
A little rusty.
That's quite enough from you, Cedric.
Ooh, yes, sir, Crispin, sir.
Stupid owl.
I don't know what I have that would be of much use to you. Most of my wizard stuff is pretty old and worn out. But let's see what I can find.
And it takes him forever to walk to where he needs to get. I understand the fact he's old and crotchety and things of that nature, but dude, how long does it need to take for the purpose of the game? 3 hours later. Come on, come on.
No, that won't do. That's all used up. It might work. Here, eat this.
What is that?
That's an old piece of magical white snake I had left over from last year. With it, you'll be able to communicate with the natural and animal world. You should find that quite helpful. Here's my old wand. I don't even know if it works anymore. Most of its power may be gone.
Has it gone limp?
You should know that wands are like pets. They've got to get to know you before they'll work for you. Just treat it with care and respect, and hopefully it will do something for you.
Give it a blue pill and it'll go straight.
You'd better get going, my boy. No telling what that confounded Morlock could be up to. You go with him, Cedric. Show him the way.
Oh,
Yes, you. Don't be such a coward. Now go on. You'd better get started.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate all you've done for me.
So there's our exposition for the game, leading us to why we are here now. And again, this is a point-and-click adventure. This is actually a point-and-click adventure. It's not typing text anymore, as we have just a little bit more dialogue, and I'll show what we're talking about.
I suggest we visit the town first. How about it, Your Majesty?
Please don't call me Your Majesty, Cedric. It's much too formal. I'd like it if you'd just call me Graham.
Oh, I'd be delighted to, Graham. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the town. You might be able to find some supplies there. It's just over a little hill to the south, not too far.
Well then, let's be on our way, Cedric.
Alright, so that brings us into this game, and there are a number of things that you can do. You can go up with the cursor, and Graham can talk, he can grab things, he can look at them, or he can walk. And there's his inventory, and here we can save game, and as you can see, I've played a little bit of the game just to kind of mess around. And give us kind of a look at what we're dealing with. So I'm going to go ahead and save. I'm going to, I have to delete through all of this stuff, but I probably won't. So I'm going to start here with this one, and we're just going to save over this file. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to call this to a close, and we're going to start the next episode shortly. I'll talk a little bit more about the game and some of the things that I've noticed just from replaying this, but we'll have to get to it then. This has been Andrew the Moo, and this same day we're going to release episode 1. We'll see you then.